under the crank trigger. You'll see right here is how far down it goes on the crank trigger. So we have to be able to get this thing around. Okay, so this aluminum block, I'm shaving down like this to fit on the back of the crank trigger because I don't want to drill into the crank trigger. Because if I drill into the crank trigger and I screw it up, that's $680. I don't want to screw up. And it's off and it's not turning correctly. So what I'm going to do is extend the bracket on the crank trigger. So I got me a piece of 3/4 inch solid aluminum block from the metal store. And what I'm gonna do is nice and rigid, strong. I took the saw and I cut the saw this way because I don't have a mill. So I cut the saw this way and clean it all out, smooth it flat so it fits on the back of the crank trigger. I'll show you how it's gonna go in a minute. Then I went to the crank trigger, drew out this pattern of the crank trigger. I still gotta do some more trimming. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace that onto this, and I'm gonna go to my trusty dusty drill press. I'm gonna drill me some holes here because I don't have the right mill to make this smooth slot. So if I can just drill these holes to where I need it, I think I'll be okay. Then I can trim the whole bracket down, make the 2 mounting holes up here, and bolt them to the crank, pull that crank trigger piece off, and see if it works. So y'all wish me luck. That's the idea. Okay, after drawing my brackets, this is what I got so far. So let's try to turn this into a bracket without a mill. Stay tuned. After leaving the drill press, I done drilled, so I don't have a mill, like I said, to drill these holes out. So I got my 2 mounting holes here, roughly where they need to go. I can slot that right here if I need to, but this right here I'm finna clean up with my Milwaukee Dremel. So I'm gonna clean these out real quick and see what I come up with here. Okay, I don't have a mill, but I have a, what is that? Oh shoot, wrong side. I have a Milwaukee. All right, so this is what I got right here with hand tools that everybody can use in their garage. So, boom, this is what I got. Simple, big block of aluminum down to a simple drill press and bandsaw. And a little sander right here. I'm fixing to clean it up, so stay tuned. This is where we at with it. Ooh, it's rough, it's sharp. Ooh. Ooh. So, all right, let me clean this up real quick. All right, there it is, all cleaned up. Oh, nice and pretty like. Now, let's go see how bad it don't fit. So, under the crank trigger, you'll see right here is how far down it goes on the crank trigger. So we have to be able to get this thing around. I done took this off. I don't want to drill it. I done tried it all different ways on the crank trigger, on this blower pulley and everything. I just could not get it to line up. I need to go right here where the little black mark is and see how far I am. I don't have it. But with this, if I get on there, I should be able to get it. So let's see if I can get in the spec and get this thing lined up. Okay. There's the masterpiece. There it is. Excuse me for wobbling. I'm up underneath the dang on car, but that's the masterpiece right there. So, I gotta dial it all in. But man, is that joker strong. Ooh, 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 ooh. It don't even bend. It's stronger than the original one, actually. And then I got it flush right here too. Like it's like no gap right there. I did it actually perfect. I'm proud of myself. That's like flat flush right there, baby. Woohoo! A little bit of perfectionist in it, but yep, that's it right there. That's how you extend that when you can't get the index, and if you don't want to drill that expensive ass wheel. I ain't finna drill none of this crank trigger kit. It's way too expensive for the big block Ford. So that's what I'm talking about. So now I can go to timing it up top and get everything else done. All right, quick, easy video. See ya.